Hey guys, I just did a completed some readings, but now let's talk about a big one. Another trial coming to a close. And I know spirits kind of, I did the Letitia case. Um, and I kind of sat there like, we want to be careful, but spirits like you can cover trials, because I've seen how the internet gets weird. I gave you guys the speech. I saw things with the University of Idaho murders that got ooh, you know, some of the way people behave, but also even I got to be careful of the darkness got in my eyes. And then there was still even that live when the sunlight came in when he was cat. There was that sunlight coming in, like, oh, it was a hard one. But the way some people behave, making up, let's not talk about that. You know what, some ways people behave. I know people still questioning the innocence of the roommates. I said, stop. Okay, some people do it for clicks. Okay, okay, they do it for clicks. I understand it's kind of confusing, but shock, well, I guess you have to be in that situation. People, when something came throwing itself in my door, I was fucking panicking. But some people freeze like a deer in headlights when they're facing death. Okay, so there's some stuff there. There's some stuff, the way people behaved, just to get attention and I don't want even but psychics, but oh, I was right when they weren't, and things, there's some stuff, and even the Ashley's God is a test. Maybe there's something there because, um, I kind of pull back. Oh, she might be trying to teach a lesson later. There's some weird stuff with that where people attacking Ashley as God because she's African American, going after an innocent white person. Now remember, there's some deep lessons about African Americans going down and they were innocent. I even had to step back. Oh, maybe there's something like that. I deleted those videos. But when I went over to TikTok and talked about it, I talked about her technique. She's not reading tarot. I didn't talk about her being African American. My daughter is one, so that'd be stupid. I was talking about her techniques. She's not reading tarot. She's just talking. But you know what? There are those who've done that. Oh, they'll be accused because someone's African. Yeah. Maybe she could be teaching a lesson. Maybe that's why she's in the book of life. Okay. So I even said that. Oh, she might be teaching a lesson, and that kind of gets revealed. Okay. There was something there, something going on, something weird. But did people attack her because? Yeah. There's that. It's up when I talked about, oh, you're in trouble, because because anybody who accuses, without any kind of basis would be. But I talked about, let me demonstrate what she's doing I talked about technique. I'm a real tarot reader. She wasn't reading cards. She had them on the table, but are there, other people? So even, yeah. So, could be a lesson in there. I was like, oh, there might be a little decoded lesson because little MJ Spirit went, Ellen, you remember that? And I was like, oh, that's true. Okay, so I deleted those. I was upset because I see accusation, but if it was reversed, roles reversed, I would have still been upset. But of course, I talked about, let me demonstrate, let's show technique. She can't be reading tarot. She's not a psychic. She's not, and everything. I talked about that. And it was upsetting. She's not reading tarot. So how could, and ways saying, well, this, and everything. So, I mean, there is and maybe, she saw, oh, there are some readers that, there is a heavy responsibility that, are we real? We got to be very, very careful. And that's even why I say, ooh, if I make a mistake, like, for instance, I said, I got to be careful because, yes, if somebody wants to pull the wool over eyes on the internet with some weird AI shit or whatever, tarot readers certainly can be fooled. I mean, but see, I like to, this is why I'm a card reader. It takes my eyes off the reflection. And even when I'm, doing readings, I record, it'll just be me on a video. And so if somebody gives me very little information, boop, and I just read. Okay, I don't want to look at the profile. I don't want to see shit. And anybody knows, oh, I get very little info. Let me go from here. Okay, I want to do it that way because that way they know she could have known. Okay, there are certain things, especially if I'm predicting the future. Yep, there's that. That can't be, there it goes. I've had many people, oh, you were right, that happened. Okay, just like a recent one, somebody came to me. It came later. I was about taking over a parent's apartment. It searched the first tenants were fine. and they left. But they were like, yeah, I'm gonna take my mom's, place or whatever. But she was renting it out. But the second tenants came in because one of the things I told her, I said, when you get it, there's gonna be a lot of fucking damage. Space gonna be very costly. It's gonna be, and the first tenants, everything was fine. So she wasn't believing it, but she held on. That's why I give a video. Second tenants, when they moved out, massive damage, very costly. And she's like, and she did kind of a thing, gave me a kind of a little review in the group. And she's like, yeah, you never know. You get that, oh shit, it costs thousands. Okay. But someone was saying it's going to be, when you get it, it's going to be expensive. Okay. So see, predicting the future. They can foresight. I got that ability. I've done things like that. I can do it with tarot. I take the eyes off the reflection. That's why I like cards. Let's use this. There is a skill involved in it and stuff. So that's why I talked about her technique. She's not psychic. She's not even reading the tarot cards. They're just laying on the table like that and stuff. And even just getting history and oh, it must be history. Yeah, you got to be careful your signs, how they work and stuff like that. Okay, so there's a test there, I promise you. I'm like, there's a test there. I see it. Oh, did I decode that? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, but there was other people being sketchy about the University of Idaho and stuff like that, and I even had to be careful. Oh, I really did hear Jeremy. Oh shit, let me pull back. No. Spirit's trying to say innocent. Yes, they can do that. Yes, they can do that. Now, as I say that, there's a heavy responsibility. All readers walk a tightrope called karma. I have to be careful of that. But, now I'm dealing with a trial. I'm going to predict the trial, how it goes. Let's talk about some of the basics. Let me pull up the article here. Actually, let me do it on my iPad. I know this is a case that's hard. 2 little African-American boys disappear out of thin fucking air. And the story seems bizarre. And and of course, I have my own feels. I did try to look for them, of course. I will tell you this, my feels. Would I bet my life on it? No, not necessarily. I haven't looked at the case in a while. But I just one thing's feeling with some, when I read it, I'm doubting they ever made it to Cal City. Okay, there's that. There's some basic common sense things no one ever saw them, but there's some things that make me doubt they ever even were there. Okay, just speaking. I mean, so we're in the trial time. Is what it is. But that was kind of thing with Letitia. Spirit was like, hey, Ellen, you're a psychic. Shit talk. You can, you want to be cautious, but then there's justice. Okay, and there's when and I'm like, yeah, I know. But I feel they never even made it to Cal City, guys. I can even pull a card for it right now and see if what it says. Disappointment, 3 of Cups. Okay, how many kids do they have? Or sorry, that's 5 of Cups. That's normally there's 3 cups spilled, 2 behind the person. Let me show you. Oh, that says it all. Let me show you. 2 left behind. Give me a moment. I need to grab the Rider-Waite so that's a yucky card. Now I know it does show 3 cups spilled and technically they're missing, but Spirit's talking because I said I don't even think they came. Okay, hold on a minute. We started a war, my friends. It says it all. Poor little guys. The 2 of Cups. Yeah, they are the 2 of Cups, man. 2 innocent children. And that's why I feel, and Spirit speaking, and you'll see why. I feel, at least with tarot, is probably correct that they never even made it. I know there's a lot of questions. That's what the 2 of Cups looks like, and they can be brothers. They don't have to be male and female, guys. They can represent brother, sister, brother, brothers. They don't have to be just male and female. Okay, now I know we're mourning 3 cups. Yes, there's a passing death. But there's 2 cups standing behind, which can sometimes represent going to the past. I know it's all reversed and everything. The 3 cups could, represent a death, but there's 2 cups behind him. And that's why I say I feel they were like left behind or put behind or whatever. They're definitely their past. I mean, I know that, but they're left behind. Okay, they're behind him. And very often the 2 cups, Sometimes it can be turn around, go to a new love. That could happen, but sometimes it's time to look back in the past and kind of unite, maybe unite with an old friend. It can represent that, but there are two cups behind, and that's why I'm saying I feel they're left behind. And yeah, the yucky disappointment, and that is also a Mars in Scorpio card. Okay, and but we're gonna read the case. Okay, so I have huge doubts that they even that they were even there. No one ever saw him. Okay. And then there's the kids. So let's, there is kids. So they have to be aware they're not there. It's been a while since I've looked at this case, so I'm coming in raw. Cal City toddlers and the trial. I mean, it's been a while. And of course, I've been going through a big ol', I would have loved to have been covering side by side, but I've been busy, but here comes Letitia. We'll cover the trial. And let's, I want to find a more recent, hold on a minute. God, why, they should have more on this case. I mean, this was a massive, just 20 hours there was a YouTube. The trial is coming to a close. Why is there not more articles on this? Okay, there's court TV. Okay, closing arguments. There should be more articles on these boys. That's a disappointment. Well, I can't, fuck, that's just video. I want written words. Give me a moment. I'm very disappointed. There should be more on this. What's going on? Give me a minute. Maybe if I go this way. Are you serious? There should be way more on this trial. This is a big case. A lot of people followed this. What? Give me a minute. This is irritating. Give me a moment. I mean, it was last year. The two adoptive parents are charged with murder, and I know the world is watching. Well, let's look at this one. I'm really disappointed there's not more articles, like recent articles on this trial. This is a massive case, guys. These boys, the two Cal City toddlers. What is happening here? I mean, they always, oh man. This really bothers me that there's not more news articles on this case. This is a massive case. There's a lot of YouTubes. They're not current. This is, maybe I meant to see it. This is this is a massive case. I mean, there's, let me just take off my hat. Why is there not more articles on this? Why is this happening? Why is there not more articles? These boys went missing. They vanished in thin air. It was big news before. I mean, I'm really blown away that there's not more trial coming to a close articles on them. Or African American. Let's show their faces. You guys got to, people. This is Orrin and Orson. That's what they changed their names to. They had other names before. I would have to look them up. Here they are. There should be more articles on them. This was a big case. I definitely looked. Missing. And I remember the interview with the adoptive parents. He wore a mask, but he kept his arms like this the entire interview and tried to... And there were people talking, and there was the mother that they were taken from, and he was like this the entire time. Closed off. Body language does, but he was still trying to be careful with saying past tense. Yeah, he was trying to be careful with that, but his body language was giving things away. Oh, she was Let me see if I can find... Well, let's look at this one, because this one, it is in Bakersfield. Okay, it says the world is watching. Now, Bakersfield is where they were from, and they might still be there somewhere. The world is watching as Cal City murder unfolds. This was April 2nd. I mean, guys, I would have expected... I'm not just saying that. I would have expected way more articles on these children. There's YouTubes, there's tarot readers. Why do we care more than America? What the fuck is going on here? This should be massive. Okay, let's talk about it. I mean, I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised. This should be massive. Attention has been riveted to a Kern County courtroom since Tuesday's start of what's this is at the time what's expected to be months of proceedings, the most watched murder trial all year. But yet there's hardly any Google articles. They did closing arguments. I'm really blown away. But in Bakersfield, it's massive. It's a disturbing case that revolves around two toddlers who disappeared in late 2020 under baffling circumstances in a rare show of interest that nearly filled the courtroom's audience seating. See, in Bakersfield, it's massive. Local attorneys piled into the court to watch the opening statements aside numerous family members. Others follow the trial. The world is watching. Well, Google posts more articles. Rosanna Willis, the toddler's cousin, told the California Friday. Kern County District Attorney's Office has kept a tight lid on details of the allegation against Trezell and Jacqueline West, accused of murdering Orrin Wilson 4 and his brother Orson 3. Both adoptive parents have pled not guilty to 7 felony counts each, including 2 charges of second-degree murder and an involuntary manslaughter charge. Secrecy surrounding the case may be part of the attraction. And then I don't think I've ever gone to any other opening statements, but this one, said defense attorney Mai Shawa, who's been practicing law in Kern County more than a decade. She's been tuning into the proceedings, audio stream when she can. The search for answers about what happened to Orrin and Orson began nearly 2 years ago in Cal City, where the West reported the brothers missing, garnering interest from people outside Kern County. Family members and supporters told the Californian they feel the road to justice has finally begun. Little Onyx is here. The trial will not be in session this week. Okay, we'll skip that. Witnesses, but I'm just very blown away. Yeah, let's look at the witnesses actually. Okay. Yeah, December 21, 2020. Mm-hmm. The West reported Orrin and Orson missing while they played in their California City backyard. Now, it's kind of weird. There was things, I believe they said they were doing chalk, but it would be cold. Smith called to a witness stand dispatcher, but they claimed they just got out of the backyard and disappeared. There was some weird stuff. He didn't drive very much. What neighbors said, supposedly he's all over the neighborhood. He kind of stood outside very calmly and then drove for a little bit, came back. In body-worn camera footage of an interview with Trezell West at his house, the adoptive father said the boys were playing with chalk. There it is, on a concrete slab. That would be cold. In their backyard when he left through a fence to collect firewood. Trezell told officers he came back when inside the house to check on the fireplace and stepped outside and noticed the boys missing. Officers repeatedly told Trezell's his story doesn't add up and said the boys could only have left on foot. They accused him of not caring about his children's welfare, that he only wanted to prove himself correct, according to the video. Smith has already presented more than 4 hours of body-worn camera footage, including interviews with the West, and okay. In another interview with Trezell West, recorded in Cal City police station, he recalled how Orrin broke his leg under his care, the boy's biological family member, which led to the baby being taken away. See, he broke his leg. I mean, that could happen, As, Orrin cried anytime someone left him, displaying signs of separation anxiety. Okay, things happen. So the children were taken from the mother because a child broke their leg. Things can happen, but they, always assume and took him away. Poor mother, that's got to be difficult. Okay, defense attorney's focus. It wasn't until January 11, 2021, so this is after missing. Cal City Police Officer Brian Hansen started to investigate sex offenders in the area to determine whether children were there, his testimony showed. Not till then. So this is very disturbing. There was never a complete search about 40 sex offenders who lived in Cal City. Now, there could also be because they didn't buy a story, but still, you want to do it. You're a cop, okay? You know, they went to, they did go to some, but still, it seems like you'd want to. There's two little babies missing. You think you'd want to? Okay. During one instance, Torres Stalling asked Hansen about items found in West California home. Hansen had testified in a direct examination. He could not find any dirty diapers or kids' sippy cups, but instead saw toothbrushes covered in dust, leading him to conclude Orrin and Orson didn't live in the house. See, there's things, but even when I read, I doubt they were ever there. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty damn sure they never made it to Cal City. You know, I'm pretty damn sure. You know, like I said, bet my life on it. Oh, I'm pretty damn close. Okay, I don't feel they ever were in that house. Okay, when something went down, I'm not sure, but I kind of feel maybe somewhere in Bakersfield, their poor little bodies are. Okay. You know, Hansen testified 3-year-old at home, therefore knew what smaller shoe prints looked like. Through his line of questioning, yeah, you know, you see something, right? So you know, it doesn't make sense. She asked Hansen whether he knew a diaper size. Doesn't correlate to age, but weight. No, he didn't. You know, so there's a lot of stuff. Oh, here's other tidbits. Often Smith provided video transcripts to jurors. One such transcript detailing a 2-hour law enforcement interview with Trezell was so thick, a judge, Charles Bremer, called it a phone book. That elicited laughs from the jurors. But soon the 2-hour interview was met with yawns and some portions. One person leaned his head back while closing eyes. These are children. Why would people laugh or yawn? What the fuck is going on? Here, Robert Plants, now a New Mexico resident, previously lived in California City for 21 years. Some of that time, the same block as the West. When called to testify, she recalled spending much time outside. She could see through the gaps in the fence. There was never in 21 years children in that backyard. Okay. So, you know, I'm pretty sure that they never made it to Cal City. Okay. So, you know, but, yeah, and then they did closing arguments. So we're going to cover that damn trial. Okay. You know, 9 hours ago, the closing arguments, you can look them up. It's disgusting. I'm disgusted with, you know, obviously, you know, missing. But, you know, like I said, I'm pretty sure they never made it to Cal City, guys. They're pretty sure too. I'm sure cops, but I don't like the way, you know, the case handled. And if the jurors yawning and laughing, this is a serious case. This involves real babies who gone. Okay, should have been taken from a mother in the first place. Accidents happen. You know, what kind of, you know, crazy country do we live in? Oh, was she African American? Oh, black. She must have. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay. You know, so I know this is part of, you know, judgment and things, but to look at Google, I mean, I'm really, you know, it's like I said, it's been a while. I'm missing person. I had to purify. Okay. But just kind of, oh, the trial, you know, somebody did one of those everyone's in Facebook. So that's how I got alerted. Oh, they're in closed garments. Yes, there is a Facebook group. I am a part of it, you know, but I had, you know, other posts have not popped up lately for me, but everyone did. You know how sometimes the algorithm may not show it. And I'm like, oh shit, let me read that trial. That's Orrin and Orson. Let me read that trial. I tried to, you know, I remember reading, they're in here somewhere. And, you know, I've got stuff. And, you know, I know this is bullshit. I know Trezell is bullshit. You know, so you know, I mean, I know we got to be careful, Tyroco Karma, and then, but, you know, then I'm a reader, you know, and most people know it is. All of Bakersfield knows it is. Okay, all of Bakersfield knows. This is not no, they weren't there. Okay, so, but let's just read the outcome of the trial. Will they be found guilty? Will these two people be found guilty? Okay, so like I said, we gotta be careful, but then when you're a psychic, you know, be kind, yes, you know, but, you know, we're gonna read the outcome of the trial, but yes, even the evidence is making it look highly unlikely. As see, you know, we got that, you know, that can be verbally abusive, rushing in, angry, temper. Yeah, I felt a temper when I read, and the little Onyx is upset. He's getting up here for this one. You see him, Black Panther. I told you. Oh, he wants to be a part. He wants to see how this is going to go down. You understand? He's really Black Panther. You're gonna find out. Oh no, we want to see these babies. I know, little Black Panther. I know. I know you want to be here. You just sit there. I'll pull cards. He's making his. Yeah, no. He want to see this. He's sitting. He just sat right next to. He's sitting by the mouse. He's like, I want to see this shit. Yeah, Trezell, Jacqueline. He's not buying it. He's my sign. I'm not buying this shit. You think I'm playing? That is not human. He is Black Panther. And he's like, I'm here for these boys. I know. You're Wakanda forever, and you're not happy at all. This is disgusting. Okay, see that? Two of Cups, and yeah, oh, that Knight of Swords. That could be violent, verbally abusive, and all kind. He nasty. Okay, I know. Black Panther, Two of Cups is those boys. That's okay. That's, there's that Five of Cups. Told you, left behind. And then what's the purpose? Why? If you didn't want him, why'd you adopt him? Fuck, I don't know. Maybe he's just, fucking don't know. But, this is ridiculous. We're going to find out. We're going to rethought the deck that does not care if it hurts your feelings. But yeah, he's sitting right. He goes, I want to see this shit. He climbed up on my lap. He said, I want to see it. That's all right. You can see it. I know. You're done. Oh, he's going to sit down. Oh, he's sitting here for this one. You see him jump? That's a sign. You better watch out, America. I know. But why is there not more articles? This trial is going on right now. This is a big case. And that's okay, Trezell and Jacqueline. Let's read it. Okay, let's see. Will they be found guilty? I mean, either way, a trial, court of law. This is America. Justice. Well, that's a good sign. This is the adjustment card, but it is also justice. That's what we want. And that's the first card. Yeah. Yeah. So Spirit speaking. What's a crossing card? Lust. And this one, this can be also sometimes a strength card, but just, I believe there was there might be some addiction type things in there, addictive behavior, some weird things. I'm not saying, with the boys themselves, but there's some weird things. I think there was something going on, but, he might have been high on something. Yeah, cruelty, there it is. Cruelty, Nine of Swords. Cruelty. Okay, that's, as a cruel person. Yeah. Bloody Swords. Seven of Wands can be to go on the offense. Okay, so, there's some violence there. Two of Wands. Okay, which could be kind of, one of the things can be kind of looking over water and stuff. Sometimes exploring the possibilities. This is Mars in Aries energy. So, I mean, they did move. They were kind of figuring a plan, I would say. Let's go ahead. What we got there. I'm not sure he's Scorpio, but I do have the Prince of Cups is showing right now. That Scorpio energy, which, can be, the dark. Now, the Princess of Cups is popping up. I'm wondering if there's a girl in the house. I would have to look. I know there's other kids that might know something. I would have to read the trial, guys, but I do get something there. Hierophant. Okay, and that, no matter what, we're in Taurus energy, Taurus month. I can often see that as a judge if I'm doing a trial. Normally we'll make the right decision. I mean, the Justice is the first card. That's good. Oh, Temperance, man. Having patience with this case. That's a real hard one. That's Archangel Michael too, though. Okay, so that's the big one. I know, little Onyx. I know you want to see it, but I need that space, my dear. Oh no, he upset. I know, baby. I know he don't like this case. I know. Okay. Yeah, they're going to jail. Eight of Swords. That's good. It looks like it's coming. Okay, yeah. But let's see. There it is. There's that card. See? This is in his position. Knight of Swords. He's got a cruelty. Rushed in. May have lost temper. Not that it's always an angry card, but I know words-wise. He might have been on some death. The death is right next to him. He did it. Okay, I mean, it's right there. Okay, it's in his position. Okay. But completion is, this case is coming to a close, but it, I don't know where they are, unfortunately. High Priestess sometimes could represent, I'm going in Jacqueline, keeping secrets. She's keeping a lid on it. But I do have the gain card. I know one of the things was help financially. They had in foster, but then they adopted. Yeah. It was about the money, but she's deceptive too. We got the moon, deception, hopes and fears. Well, the hopes, we've got the sun, we've got two angels, okay, two cherubs. They were innocent, of course. What is the outcome? I mean, we know we're going to get justice. They're going to jail. But we do have the Three of Wands. Virtue shows, that these kids are innocent, virtuous. These people are not. Um, they're it can be represent sometimes the promised land kind of going, they're out there somewhere, virtue, they're innocent children. I know. This should be quick, should be done Monday or Tuesday, I would believe. Um one more and stuff, strife, the conflict, there was violence, we know that. I'm going to pull just one more. I mean, I know they're going to jail, I saw the card, but the Prince of Swords, really, one of the things I'm hearing, no matter what, you could say word of God, you get that truth with that sword. In this case, he abused, the Knight of Swords here, but he's gonna be overcome, with the Prince of Swords coming in, the truth in there. We got Justice first card, good. The Hierophant, judge is gonna be fair. I feel like there might be a girl that may have given some testimony. I'd have to look at Court TV, watch the YouTubes. I haven't looked yet, but Eight of Swords, jail. They coming. They're going to jail. The deception is there. The death card's right next to him in his position. The Knight of Swords could rush in and do things. He may have been high on something. Cruelty is there. Went on the offense. I feel violence, of course. It's all there, but the deception, and I think, there's this thing with the taking foster kids. Well, you get paid. It was income. And so she's keeping secrets. The High Priestess can sometimes represent, because it's about, the secrets. Sometimes can represent keeping secrets. So they will go to jail. The one thing, they will be found guilty. They will go to jail. And everything, at least it looks like that. There might be a wee bit of struggle with the jury, but the justice is there and the Eight of Swords is there. Okay. Now I do have to say though, Trezell, I am hearing, I do get Trezell. There could be some loosey-goosey on Jacqueline. I'm getting a little warning on that. I'm not sure, in the sense that the jury may struggle with her a wee bit. There could be a wee bit of a struggle there. So let me just go and say that I'm just hearing there could be, maybe they're still kind of debating on that one, but I feel they're pretty solid on Trezell. There could be some things there. She's more of the cover. Okay, like I don't feel she did something herself. She covered, hence the moon and the keeping secret energy. But she definitely there was intent, like gain, and she certainly doesn't want to go to jail. But it is what it is. She really should have just told the truth, and she could have got maybe a deal, but, she wants to stand by her man, is what I hear. Okay, so that looks like it's going to go down. Trezell, definitely, they may be a little shaky on what she gets. I do get that kind of message. There is that. But he will go to jail. Okay, at least everything looks like it. Justice be the first card. I know Spirit's like, done. Okay. But yeah, that's disappointing. I'm very surprised there's not more articles, like current following articles on this case. That's why I was like, what? Why are there only a little here? What is going on? Maybe MJ wants to teach that lesson too. What the fuck is going on? I know Bakersfield and even Cal City cares about the case, and Court TV is looking at it, but why is there not more articles covering the case? I'm shocked. You think I'm just shocked. I know it was a big news when it happened. I know, there was, a lot of YouTubes, but what did it die out? I mean, what is going on? That shocks me, guys. It really does. But then again, I go, oh, we're dealing with this shit. This judgment shit. I feel it. And maybe that's, something I just have to be shocked about. As why is there not more articles? What do people not care? This is two African American children that, just appeared, and then there was a whole fucking thing. It's weird to me. I know I covered it, and here we are. Okay, you're going to jail. Have a good one. And like I said, I wish I knew where they were. Okay.